I'm Edward James Olmos. You think I'm gonna stand here and preach to you? Well, you're wrong. Figure you get enough of that already. Listen, I never listened to anyone tell me what to do when I was your age either. But things are getting a little out of hand, and I think we need to talk. No acting. Just me and you, one-on-one. In LA County last year, a lot of you hurt yourselves. You hurt yourselves so bad that you died. Suicide. Maybe you know someone that took their own life. Maybe you thought of it yourself. Let me ask you a question. I want you to think about this. What is suicide?
Take two.
You're killing yourself. It's different ways, drugs, gang violence, a lot of ways to do it. As far as for gangbangers, it's really gangbanging, to the truth, and drugs.
Killing yourself. Not only yourself, but killing others who love you. When you kill yourself, there's people out there who love you. And you're like, not only killing yourself, but them, because they love you and they want you there, and you're not there.
Hey, real nice.
Suicide is when you take your own life, because you're not satisfied with the way you're living right now, huh? That you're unsatisfied with the way things are going for you. You know, you want to go to another world, you want to die, you just want to leave everything behind. I know this dude that jumped off a bridge right down it's straight down Arizona and Telegraph. He got on this bridge and he calculated for this truck to pass by. And he jumped right in front of it and he got all smashed up and shit. I know this other person that got shot himself, that he shot himself in the mouth. Now he's paralyzed in the hospital.
You go out to a party and you're gonna drink, you're committing suicide already. Just 2 weeks ago, 3 people were killed from the people that I know. They went to a party, got loaded, right as soon as they begin to drink. That's suicide. Because knowing they might not even make it home. And I think being in a gang is suicide, you know, because you might not even, I think like you commit suicide, you kill yourself by sliding the wrist. It's just like you're in a gang. You might not even live to see tomorrow because you have to always be watching your back. That's suicide, I think. Being in a gang is suicide.
Slitting your wrist, putting the barrel of a gun in your mouth and pulling the trigger, yeah, that's suicide, all right. It's what we call direct suicide, the taking of your own life. But there's another kind of suicide, indirect suicide. You know what that is? That's when you place yourself, your body, in a dangerous situation, when you challenge in life. Doing rock, drinking and driving, being on the wrong block. It's all suicide, indirect suicide. You're asking to die when you put yourself in danger. Think about it. When was the last time you committed indirect suicide? I want to see you live a long life. It's important to me. So think about it. Chill out.
Hola, soy Monica Highland. You might recognize me from the soap Guiding Light, where I played Coco, a very powerful and strong woman, always in control. Well, that was just acting. In reality, it's not easy to be in control of our lives. It can be scary. Everything seems to go wrong. Your boyfriend lied to you. Grown-ups always telling you what to do. People don't understand you. It seems the only way the pain can go away if you die. And then you think about it. Suicide. I know how it feels. There was a time in my life when I thought about suicide. Everything seemed to go wrong. Why do people want to commit suicide? How do they feel?
Take two.
They feel nobody loves them no more. Taking drugs too much and don't got nothing to live for. They ain't got a home, they're street people. Ain't got a job, nobody cares for them. Loved one left them, or even a loved one died. You want to be with that particular person, so they commit suicide and believe that you're going to be with the other person.
Maybe they're just having problems, not getting along with the parents. You know, just they don't feel wanted. Maybe they don't feel wanted by the parents, by nobody. They're sad.
How many people right here in this group have attempted to take their own life? No one?
At that time, I thought it was worth it.
Was there anybody there when you tried to kill yourself?
There was always someone behind my back watching. They knew what I was up to.
Are you glad that they stopped you?
Sometimes not. Depends on the situation.
How many times have you tried to kill yourself?
Sometimes, I don't know. I can't really say how many times.
Dozen, half dozen?
About a half a dozen, I don't know.
How have you tried to do it?
Just cut on my arms.
You have scars?
Yes,
Yeah. You see them? Is it a knife, razor, what?
I know this one girl, she committed suicide. She was under a lot of pressure. She felt like she was nothing. She felt like she just had to end her life, that nothing was going for her. Like, she could never get nowhere in life. So she committed suicide. I mean, they found her nude with her hands on the table and blood all over the table. She felt nothing was, she felt that she couldn't pull through in life.
That's right. That's just really, it's hard for me.
I had a friend, yeah. She had 2 little girls, and she had a 2-month baby that she had just had. And she went and she got high on her drugs and her block. And she was saying, I don't belong in this world. I don't belong in this world, just because her boyfriend gave up on her. Just because of that, she went and she jumped the freeway. And like 2 or 3 semis just ran over her. And she gave up on her life, and now her kids don't have parents.
I never really thought of taking my own life because, I don't know. It seems like a punk way to leave, you know? I don't think anybody looks up to anybody that commits suicide. Because everybody knows that's the easiest way out.
Feeling trapped? No solutions, no one to talk to? No way out except suicide? That's how some people feel. Have you ever felt like that? Take it from someone who's been there. It's never easy. Things get better, but it's never easy. I'm glad I didn't commit suicide. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here talking to you now. Cuídate. Chill out.
Hello, my name is Tony Valentino.
And I'm Frank Aragon. You may have seen Tony and myself in a movie about a kid being pressured to join the gang called Angeltown.
Yeah, except he was the bad guy, and I was the good guy.
Oh man, I was the good guy and you know it. Besides, I was acting.
Well, it doesn't really matter because we're both pretty good. Anyways, what we're here to do today is talk to you about why some people commit suicide and what others don't.
Yeah, all kinds of people commit suicide. Doctors, lawyers, mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters, friends, even people like yourself. There's no one kind of person that commits suicide.
Okay, Frank, I want you to explain this to me or help me out. I mean, why would one kid go out there and commit suicide and then another kid with the exact same problems, well, he didn't? I mean, what's the difference between the two? Why do you think one would actually follow through, and what kept the other kid from doing it?
I don't know, man. That's a tough question. Let's think about it. Why would one person commit suicide while another with similar problems wouldn't?
Take 2. They ain't got nothing else to live for. They just burned out on their friends, their family. Their family don't really pay attention to them. So why stick around?
Yeah, but there's a lot of people whose family don't pay attention to them, and who's, you know, they have a lot of problems too, but they don't try and kill themselves.
Some people are weaker than others.
It's the only
Got weak
option.
minds.
So that's the only way they know how to get out of it. That and drugs just a slow way of doing it.
Comparing this person to another one, and you know, this person has a lot going for her, and this one don't. So she feels like she doesn't have nothing in life. So she just wants to end it.
I was getting drunk with my friends, and they were telling me, yeah, I remember when, you know, these girls, they put a gun, these guys that I know, they're from another gang. They came to, you know, the gang that I'm from, and they put a gun on my head, and they told me that they feel sorry for me, otherwise they would have pulled the trigger on me, you know. And all of that time, you know, it stood in my mind, and, you know, I said, how come he didn't do it, or why didn't I ever do that before he done it to me? And I would always think about it, and I say, I should do it, I should do it. And then now, after I got pregnant, I have my son, I get second thoughts, and then I say, why give up on my child, you know? But yeah, I tried to kill myself once. And I thought about it, and I said, it's not worth giving up your life for nothing.
Some people find ways to deal with things and some people don't. Sometimes you see the future, you know, you don't know what it's like, but you think you know what it's like, and you know, the way things are going for you and the way things have gone for you, and you know, the way you see tomorrow and the next week, and you know, that's what you see forever, and you know, you don't want to live your life that way, and you just want to go. You know, maybe, you know, you go to hell, maybe you go to heaven, or maybe you just end up, you know, floating around in there, and you want to find out what that's like, and you just jump into it, I guess.
So it seems like each person has his or her own way of dealing with the problems.
Yeah, but the one thing that these people had that didn't attempt suicide was that there was someone to talk with.
So if you're thinking about committing suicide, please talk to someone. Your brother, your sister, your mom, your dad, even the priest at church, but talk to someone, please. Remember, it's not all about just staying on the block. It's about getting out there. It's about doing something for yourself. It's about me, it's about you, it's about anybody else. Remember that. I mean, I didn't get here today because I sat down and didn't want to do anything for myself. There's people out there that work hard for what they get. Nice cars, big homes, exotic worlds, anything. Remember, it's not about being on the block, it's about going around the world. So please, what I want to see you do is go around the world, not around the block. So por favor, cálmense.
Hi, I'm Lou Diamond Phillips. We all know what suicide is, how someone feels when they're contemplating suicide, maybe even why some people commit suicide and others don't. But how can you tell if someone, a friend for example, is suicidal? What are the symptoms? Maybe you have a friend right now who is contemplating suicide and there's nothing you can do about it because you don't know what to look for. Imagine waking up tomorrow and having one less friend in the world because he committed suicide while you were sleeping. So how can you tell? What are the symptoms?
Take two. Some people might get real depressed and do it. Some other people might hide that depression by using a lot of drugs. And, you know, you figure, well, he's always been doing drugs. That's what that is. I think there's no way you can tell.
What do you think, Cindy?
So there's a lot of ways. Some people, you know, you see them depressed, you see them always crying, or they want to be alone all the time, they're acting crazy.
Sad. They're sad. They just want to be by themselves all the time. Try talking to them, but they don't want to talk to you.
I've seen a few of them that are just by themselves and not, you know, doing. I think that's a symptom because a few people that I talk to is by themselves and they think that nobody else cares about them, but in reality they do. And I see a few people that not talk to them. After a while, I found out that they killed themselves. To me, I look at it when I see some people by themselves. That's like a symptom to me. I don't know to other people, but just being alone and somebody just talking to themselves, their mind going out. That there's no, you know, there's no reason to live. And that's how I remember it first started. She was by herself, talking to herself, and nobody would go up to her like she was nothing. So she just, her mind just begins to play games and say, well, I'm just gonna end it because nobody cares about me. And that's, I've noticed 2 people like that, and that's where I think that's one of the signs.
Because they go crazy, they get crazy, they cry and they get red and they start running all over the place. And then they start saying, I want to kill myself, I want to kill myself. And then they run towards the cars. That's one thing gives me, they want to commit suicide on themselves. I tried to stop that girl that committed suicide also, but there was nothing I couldn't done. Once I got to her, she just jumped. So I couldn't do nothing.
If only you'd known. If only they would have said something, you would have been there for them, man, to help out. Well, that's not the way it works, man. People commit suicide because there is no one to talk to. So you have to look, man. Look around and see if someone you care about isn't in trouble. I'd want you to be there for me if I were thinking about suicide. Think about it. Look around your life, see if someone isn't screaming silently for help. Chill out.
I want you to help yourself. Don't do this because I asked you to. I want you to do this for you, for your life. I want you to think of 4 people that can help you in case you ever get into trouble. Just 4. Don't write them down, just think. 4 people you can count on to help you, no matter what kind of trouble you're in. 1 person from your family, a sister, your uncle, or someone so close to you you call him brother. Next, 1 person from your social circle, a friend, someone you party with. The 3rd person I want you to think about should be from school, maybe a teacher or a counselor. And the last person, that person a professional at solving problems. Be a police officer, a lawyer, or someone from the Department of Youth Authority. They're there to help you when you're in trouble, to get you out of jail or any other mess. Now, if you weren't able to think of 4 people right now, that's okay. But don't stop thinking until you have 4. All 4. And one more thing. Here's a phone number I want you to have. It's called 1-800-727-5534. It's 1-800-727-5534. It's the Family Help Hotline. La Línea de la Familia. They have people at this number 24 hours a day. They speak Spanish and English. You can call them anytime about any problem. They can help you when you can't help yourself anymore. Need help? The phone call is free. Doesn't cost a thing. Need help and don't make the call. It could cost you your life. Don't challenge life. Take on life's challenges. Think about it. And I'll see you soon. Just chill out.
Chill out.
Chill out.
Chill out.
A Chicano will die today or tomorrow, and all that is left is pain and sorrow. I sometimes wonder if we will get ahead without those stabbing and shooting that leaves us dead. We say we are proud because we are brown, but why do we put other barrios down? And now many Chicanos will die these next few years just only to bring their parents more tears. We don't fear white men or black men, but only the men who started this war. It's time we stood up hand in hand, no matter where you have your land, Maybe someday we'll respect our sisters and brothers and stop killing one another.